Welcome everyone to the surprisingly good podcast. This week I have my co-host Misael Gonzalez as I probably will always have him here, as it is both our show. And we have a lot of topics to go over this week, especially on the NBA. But how's your day, Misa? How have you been today?
My day has been amazing. I love Sundays because I wake up, I sleep in, get so much done in the morning. Oh, I love Sundays. How's your day today, Beast?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Mostly just discussing what we're gonna do in this podcast today. Honestly.
Really?
Yeah. But
we weren't prepared?
No, of course not. Of course not. We just went in and started recording,
What, it's Sunday and this thing's supposed to be out tomorrow? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, we'll see about that.
We'll see about it coming out on Monday.
Yeah, we'll see. But we're trying. We're trying. But anyways.
I have one quick say. I just want to say thank you to we already have like 60 plus views.
Oh yeah, no, for real. I was surprised.
Like thank you for people showing a lot of support.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to begin with, this is just a fun thing. Me and Jesus and me and Beast. So you know what? His name's Jesus, but I'm just gonna call him Beast because that's what I've been calling him for years. What's it called? So yeah, I just want to thank everybody who's watched and who's going to continue to watch. Is like, thank you for coming and listening to us as a blabber about anything. Whoever wants to listen to our opinion.
Thank you very much. We really do appreciate it. Honestly, in my opinion, I thought we were going to get like 10 views. Honestly, because it was our first video, and it's not like we really prepare or anything, but 60 was pretty great. Honestly, I was very happy.
We're just having fun with it. Like,
yeah,
I had no. And I mean, 60. And I just love I've been loving the commentary I've been getting from my friends that actually did listen.
For sure.
You addicts, go listen somewhere else. Go find something else to do. You're gonna break you want us to break our backs like a government mule for this podcast? Not yet.
For real.
Maybe in a couple months, but right now.
No, yeah, for real. Honestly, we put out one episode. It's already got to the point where they wanted another one so bad. They kept like hassling us every day. They're like, oh yeah, when's the next episode? You haven't recorded yet? What do you mean you haven't recorded yet? You guys suck.
This is exactly why I stopped responding to their text messages. I just want to anytime they bring up the podcast.
I mean, I don't blame them. Misa, they just need their next hit, and it's coming soon. Don't worry, it's coming soon. It's right here, right now, actually, because you guys are watching it now.
Surprisingly good. That's your drug for the week.
Yep.
All right. Well, Beast. Enough chit chat. What's it called? We'll talk about moving into possibly a few people's favorite segments where it caused a lot of controversy. I'll tell you that. A lot of questions in the comments.
We're moving on. A certain topic I had.
We're moving on to basketball. Welcome to the NBA. We are at the mid-season point. Technically not mid-season, but we're at the All-Star break. We pretty much already know who's really good and who's garbage. And at this point, Beast, what do you think? What do you think so far as the NBA season?
Honestly,
the COVID protocols. I'm
actually surprised. Honestly, when the season was gonna start, I thought teams were gonna have a problem scoring, because I'm like, a lot of them are not in rhythm. A lot of them haven't really gotten as much practice time as they wanted, and they're not as much like team practices. COVID stopped a lot of things. Obviously, that's why the season's very different how it was. But I'm surprised how well offensively everyone's playing. There's so many good offensive teams this year. It's actually kind of crazy.
Honestly, I was talking to my dad about that scoring. It's just I feel like there's less pressure now with no fans.
No, you are right.
And players are just have a lot more fluidity to like show off because there's no pressure. Like the only pressure is the in-game pressure that's always there. That was in there even when there was fans. But I feel like now with especially no away fans, like it's like playing in a gym. So I mean, a lot of players, they're gym players, and a lot of players that are playing good right now, when we go back to fans, are probably going to be garbage when there's a real pressure on there.
No, and it's It's actually there was another. I know there was some people were talking about that like maybe offense would be really great because a lot of defense is actually a lot of practice. That's some of the great defense players just practice and watch a lot of film and stuff like that. And a lot of their practice and to do that, like to practice defense, went away. And NBA was going away from defense anyways. So now like it feels like it's all out offense at this point. I've never seen so many 25-point plus scorers in the league. Like it's ridiculous how many there are.
It's even like the Spurs. The Spurs they have like 7 or 8 players averaging double digits. Double digit point scoring. That's freaking ridiculous. We never even did that when we won championships. Like
that's it. We had a good bench and stuff, and that was our whole thing. We had a great bench.
Exactly, and we have an amazing bench this year, and somehow we're 7th in Western Conference. But who wants to talk about the Spurs?
Yeah.
But I mean, who's your biggest surprise so far this season? Who do you think?
Biggest surprise? It's the Sixers. For me, it's either the Sixers.
Really? You think the Sixers? Wow.
Because before, like, okay, let's be real. Like when we talked about the Sixers before, did we really ever think they had a chance to win the chip? Like honestly, because you always felt like something was gonna go wrong, or like Embiid was gonna get hurt, or Simmons was just gonna be whatever. But this year, I actually feel like they have a great shot to win the title. Like Embiid's playing on another level that like most of us wanted him to play at. He's filling out his potential right now. He's just balling. That's what he is.
I love Joel Embiid. I love me some Joel Embiid.
Yeah, same.
I have plenty to say about Joel Embiid in this podcast. This is a Lakers slander Joel Embiid fanboy podcast. That's what this is. So all our listeners.
I love Joel Embiid as well. So no, I'm very surprised about the Sixers. But what about you? Who's your biggest surprise?
My biggest surprise, I think, is that Boston is as bad as they are.
Oh yeah.
That's my biggest surprise of the season. Everything else seems pretty on par where it's going, but it's just like Tatum. I know they've had a lot of COVID problems and they just feel stale to me. Like they're just like nothing's changed. Like they're just, especially from a coach like Brad Stevens, like you would think there'd be a lot of changes or a lot of dynamic changes in the lineup and depending who you're playing, but I feel like they play the same way every night and it's just like boring. Like they're playing boring basketball. Like it's not like there's nothing exciting about them, and I just think it's how when you have 3 really good players like Kemba Walker, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown on the team. I don't know.
And it's kind of and
they just feel like they're just running through the motion.
And it's kind of surprising considering how well Tatum and Brown are actually playing. To be honest, they're both averaging like 26 or 27 points a game. You would think if you heard that, if you told me they were both gonna average 27, I would think they were a top 3 seed in the East, especially being in the East. But like, it's just
I see them right now, and it's like they're in the 4th seed, which is, I mean, people are like, you think I'm bashing them, but like you look at them playing either Milwaukee, Brooklyn, or the Sixers, and like, bro, they don't even compete in those series. Like in the playoff series right now, like they'll lose 5 games.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree.
They might not even beat the Knicks right now. They're scheduled to play the Knicks if the playoffs will start today, and like that's a 7-game series written all over it.
That's yeah.
Line it up.
No, it's just
yeah.
I don't know. It's they've been bad. I agree, but
I mean they're 19 and 17 or 19 and 12. They're 19 and 17, which is
they're competing with the Knicks though right now, and that's not.
Never mind, that's terrible. 19 and 17. We have a better record. It's just the East is garbage.
They'd be an 8th seed in the West, or like I think a 7. No, they'd be like an 8th or 7th seed in the West.
No, they would be the 10th seed.
10th seed?
The Celtics would be the 10th seed in the West right now.
Wow, that's terrible. That's god awful. We love the Celtics slander. So if you want Celtics slander, of course.
Oh, yeah, Tony, this is for you.
Oh yeah, that's for our boy Tony, Lakers fan. So he hates the Celtics.
So at this point, Beast, let's talk some Midseason Awards.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for this segment. Yes, very excited.
So we got who? Who's your MVP right now? Season ended today.
We're starting MVP.
Martians
Okay.
had the death beam pointed at us.
I don't want Iguodala. I want Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid has been on a tear in the league. Like he literally does everything. Like he shoots the ball at an extremely well rate, like a good rate. Like he's shooting. I think last time I checked, he was shooting like 42% from three, which is insane for a center, especially a center his size who can post down and pretty much post up anyone. Like
he leads the league in post ups.
Yeah,
and scored.
Yeah, and people still say he shoots too much. Which
he shoots like 38% from three. He shoots almost 40% from three.
I think he shoots 40%. I think he shoots almost 42.
That's top. That's Steph Curry shooting 42%. Mm-hmm. Imagine he's shooting 40.
And that clutch three he made on against the Jazz. My God, that was like
the step back, right? Super nasty step. Like that was just like, oh, we're down 3. All right, like he was posting him up. It's like, oh, we're down 3. Do step back. Cash,
bro.
Like, wow.
There's very few big men, or if any.
You have your glasses on, and you're just like,
yeah, for real, man. That shit was crazy. I couldn't believe it. And no, dude, the way he was bullying Gobert was insane. He bullied the hell out of him. Like Gobert has been a defensive player of the year twice in 2 seasons in a row, and he made him look like Sean Bradley. Like he made him look bad.
Who?
This some 7'6" center that used to play for the exactly who he played awful. It's not even no. You know what? It's not even Gobert played awful. It's that Gobert couldn't do anything.
Yeah, like those not absolutely not. For my MVP, I have 100% agree with you. Like Joel Embiid, this guy is a baller. Like straight, like, and every sense of the word. He goes low, he goes high. He runs like he could be a point center if he wanted to.
Oh yeah.
And it's not just that. Like on the defensive side of the ball, bro. Like he makes some silly blocks. Like he blocked Gobert. It was just silly. Like it's like, one of those tall man blocks where like they don't jump. They just like, give me that. Like get out of here. Like we're like, what are you doing? Like, like it was like it's just and there's honestly no one in the league right now that can guard him. No one.
No, you're right about that.
Like if anything, him not playing in the All-Star game tonight, like that's a huge disappointment. Like,
I'm
game MVP for sure.
I think he would have. Yeah, honestly, he probably would have played the hardest. I think, especially the way he's been playing this season, he would have had a great case for All-Star MVP.
I would have gone off, but
yeah, I know it's just sad that he's not playing. It really is. It's a bummer. All right, let's go on to our next award, Defensive Player of the Year. Who do you have as your Defensive Player of the Year?
Me? What did I say? This is a Joel Embiid fanboy podcast. I got my boy Joel Embiid, Defensive Player of the Year.
Wow.
The other day, he dropped 40 and 10 in his last game. He 40 and 20 with 40 points, 20 rebounds with like 3 blocks. He's averaging almost 3 blocks a game. He's averaging multiple triple. He's in double digits for rebounding. Joel Embiid does everything for your team, offense and defense, and this is a no-brainer for me. There's not even a second place. Joel Embiid, he even said himself, he's like, if I'm going to win an award this year, Joel Embiid said it. He's like, if I'm going to win an award this year, it's going to be a Defensive Player of the Year.
And he has a huge argument.
Anyone's taking that from him. I love you, Joel.
Hey, no, I don't blame Joel. Again, Joel's been a tear both on offense and defense, so I don't blame you for yours. But for me, my Defensive Player of the Year, it's a different player, but same team. I got Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is a lockdown defender, man. He's been good on defense, but like I feel like this year he's just been on another tear defensively. Like he's just been, dude. I swear, every time I see him like guard someone, they just can't do anything. Especially being his size, that's another huge reason. Like he's great defensively, and he's guarding guards.
I respect that one because I've been watching a lot of Sixers games, and there's a
Mhm.
lot of like
Okay.
he's guarding guards and he's stealing the ball. Like he gets a lot of steals.
Yeah, he gets a lot of
Like
steals.
he reads in the pass. He's always in the passing lane. He gets a ton of steals. Like
Mhm.
he's all over people. Like if anything, his defense is so good it makes up for
Yeah.
anything his shooting on offense. Especially because he hasn't been bad on offense. He's been above average on offense, which is
Mhm.
that's all they need. When you have Joel Embiid dropping 40 and what's it called, Tobias Harris dropping 20,
Oh
you
yeah.
get me?
That's a,
Like how many points does he really need to score?
no, it feels
So
because sometimes that was a problem with like the Sixers before. Like you would feel like they Embiid and Simmons would always try to do the same thing. Like, but now they feel like they're actually coexisting with each other really well. And then and they were both good defenders, but they've both taken their defense to another level. But for me, I think Ben Simmons, just because he's guarding multiple positions as well, that's why he gets a slight nod. A lot of people are gonna say Gobert because like it's the default option, but no, he's after getting bullied last night. There's no way I can have him for my
Utah,
defense player.
Utah gets all the slander that Utah is getting this weekend, All-Star weekend. They deserve 100% of it.
Oh God, yeah.
Utah, like they became obviously one of my most hated teams. Plus, they're from the state I hate the most in this country, Utah. But there's nothing. The Jazz deserve all the slander they get. Like Rudy Gobert, like soft. They're complaining about officials. Like I think I see basketball now. It's like, bro, you're complaining about officials. Like I've been there. We've all complained about officials, even when we played in our rec league at the Laredo Summer League playoff round. Dark Disciples, don't forget it. But like complain to the refs at the point, it's kind of like, dude, you're not gonna win. Like you're not gonna win complaining about the refs.
No, absolutely.
Like, if it really came down to one play that you lost because of one play, then you didn't deserve to win.
Yeah, like honestly, you could when it comes down to one play, it's usually either side can win it. Like it's not like there's no clear winner, obviously.
Like there was no like, oh, we got cheated.
Yeah.
You get right.
I mean, there's sometimes there is like if there's like sometimes there's really bad calls. Like there is atrocious calls that cost you games.
Yeah.
There is.
Like
I mean,
I feel like the Jazz haven't been like it hasn't been that like that. You get me? Like, you're number one in the NBA and you're complaining about officiating. Like, get out of here, hit the road. Like, yeah. So okay, back on topic. What's it called? But yeah, I hate the Jazz. So Beast. Next we have a rookie of the year.
Oh, I think this is an easy one.
Here, like, is there?
No, there's not really. There's no one else.
So it's better. Let's talk about who's gonna finish in second place. I think that's a better.
Yeah, that's let's just no. That's for respect's sake. Let's say who's gonna win. Let's both say who's gonna win rookie of the year, and it's LaMelo Ball. It's just it's LaMelo Ball. Like
it's especially because rookie of the year is all about hype. Like it's whoever has a hype.
It's a lot about hype.
And bro, name a second rookie right now. Name one right now.
I mean,
second place. You probably don't even know his name. The guy is in second place.
I mean, I honestly, not really. Probably not. Because I know it's not. I know it's not Anthony Edwards for second place. If it is, that's sad.
No, it's the guy from Sacramento. I forgot his first name. It's like Halliburton. But he plays for the Kings.
Yeah, like, who cares? The Kings.
Exactly. Who cares?
No, but again, for respect's sake, LaMelo does everything offensively. He really does. He shoots a three a lot better than I think most people thought. I don't think anyone thought he was going to shoot the three that well coming out.
And it's probably only going to get better. Honestly,
yeah,
I think
he passes really well. He's not the greatest defender, but he reads lanes really well. Like he's good at shooting the ball.
He reads the game. Like he has the basketball IQ that that stuff. Like I don't want to say you're born with that stuff, but it's an instinct just from playing so much, and it's just there's things you can't coach, and you can't coach that. Like he has a perfect instinct for the game.
And I don't think there's no
one got a LeBron instinct like that. Like you just know everything's gonna happen for you before it happens.
Honestly, even if he got hurt right now, I still think he'd win Rookie of the Year. I mean, he's just been that good. Like no one. It's also that a lot of the rookies haven't been that great, to be honest. Besides LaMelo, like Anthony Edwards was the number one pick, and he's had some highlight plays of dunks. He's a great dunker, but I mean, he's not really been super. I mean, I think he'll get better. I think he will. He's not afraid to shoot the ball. That's clear.
I feel like
But
he's a Russell Westbrook, like,
he kind of is.
and it's
Honestly, he's
like,
very
look,
inefficient shooting.
and look what happened with Russ. Like, he was great. I mean, the Wizards are hot right now, but like,
Yeah. No, I agree. That was honestly that was a pretty easy topic for both of us.
yeah.
All
So,
right. Oh.
next we
Mhm.
have our most improved player.
Oh yes, of course.
Who's your most improved player?
My most
At
improved
the
player
midway point. At the midway point.
at the midway point. That's pretty tough, but I think I'm gonna go Randall. I think I'm gonna go Randall. I was thinking Zion, but like Zion was showed a lot of this stuff last year, and he's just doing it more. But Randall has actually showed improvement in his skill set. I feel like he does. He does a lot now, and he's actually carrying the like. I know it's the Knicks, so that's why the 19.
It's okay to say these. It's okay to say he carries them because he's carrying them.
Oh, he is carrying them. No. But I'm just saying the Knicks. Look, the Knicks are garbage. So that's why everyone's celebrating 19 and 18, even though that's not great, right? Yeah. But I mean, it's not really great. I think people like are obviously New York fans are like, oh, we're 500, hooray!
That's another reason they're gonna win, just because he's a New York Knick. That's the only reason he's gonna win it.
Yeah,
I'm convinced. Like, he doesn't even need to play the second half of the season just because he's a Knick. Like the NBA doesn't need a reason to make the Knicks relevant.
No, not for real. The Knicks are always trash and they're always somehow a bit relevant. It doesn't matter. But no, Randall literally does everything, and his shooting has improved a lot. Surprisingly, like he's actually a pretty decent shooter. Which if he keeps doing it, he's always gonna be good. He's already a good driver, rebounds, passes a lot better too than I thought, and plays defense at a decent rate. Like he's good. He's really good. I think he's shown the most improvement in his skill set. So who's your most improved player, Misael?
You have to call me Misael. So formal. My most improved player right now, I really wanted to go with Julius Randle after because I mean Julius has been balling, and plus he's a Knick. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. You just said it, and I feel like he'll probably end up winning it. But personally, for me, I wanted to go also with Christian Woods because he's been balling all season. He's been hurt. He got hurt recently, so he might not even qualify for the.
No, he probably won't.
For the
he should, but he probably won't.
Yeah, he won't. Even though if he would have played it, maybe he's going to come back, but who knows if he'll even. If he's going to play at that point.
If the Rockets weren't as bad, honestly, he'd be more in the conversation because no one expected that dude to be balling the way he does at all. Yeah. He's the least expected one that. Well, besides someone else, but like
no one saw it coming.
No.
But who I think is the most improved player has to be Jeremy Grant.
That's a good one.
Because
that's a very good one.
He's almost doubled his points. He's up at 23.6 points per game from 12 points per game last year. He's doubled in his rebounding by 3 rebounds. He's tripled in assists, and his free throw percentage has gone up to 86% from 75%. Like that's pretty, and especially to be in a team like Detroit, where you have guys like Blake Griffin that are, had 1 foot out the door. Yeah. He's had 1 foot out the door since he got there. And I mean, I get it. He has a lot of touches, and who's on that team besides him? Mm-hmm. Like a lot of people right now, I mentioned Jeremy Grant. They're like, "Oh yeah, that guy exists." So it's I think as of right now at the midseason point, Jeremy Grant has to be my most improved player of the year. Just for the fact that after everything's going on in Detroit, he's still putting his own. He might even get traded at the trade deadline. I mean, if I'm the Pistons, you can get probably a first round pick out of him.
Oh yeah, no, because
I mean, he's going anywhere, so you're not winning anything this year.
You're not wrong. Jeremy Grant has been balling as well. Like he's been really good. He's again, another surprising one like Christian Wood that no one expected to be scoring at this rate. No one thought. Like everyone thought he got super overpaid by the Pistons when he left the Nuggets. But I mean, clearly he's worth the money at this point. But
yeah, I don't even think they're paying him that much either. Like
no, they're paying him
like
a decent
right
amount.
now. Like what he would be great like on a Laker team, maybe on the Clippers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like if there's a fourth scorer, you get me a guy come off the bench score for you. Like especially when he's playing the way he's playing, like why not?
Speaking of the bench, who's your 6th man of the year?
Ooh, 6th man of the year, Jordan Clarkson. Come on.
Yeah, no, same for me. He's really the only option. He's same for LaMelo. Like he's the only option. Like he really is. There's no one close to him.
Because I mean, it's not that anyone else is playing bad. It's just
No,
who's playing better
playing
than
as
him.
good.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you get me. Like it's just everyone. Who else is having a good season? Patty Mills is running for Sixth Man of the Year. That's my bet. But
Yeah.
who else is running for Sixth Man of the
Daniels are
Year?
good.
Who else is running for Sixth Man of the Year?
I don't really even know. To be honest, it's kind of hard. Obviously, Lou Will's always in it, but I mean,
Just
no, not
yeah,
Lou has
some
been
guy-
trash this season. He's been pretty
yeah.
trash.
I mean, the Clippers, they're super overwhelming. But yeah, like it has to be Jordan Clarkson. Like there's just no he's averaging like almost what? Like he's in the 20s,
Mhm.
22 points per game. The Jazz are the number 1 seed right now. Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, even Mike Conley being all-stars, but still he's probably such a spark off the bench that's what really is a game changer for them. Because it reminds me of like when Manu Ginobili was their Sixth Man of the Year. Like when you have a guy that's just balling in that second unit, like you're gonna win a lot of games. You're gonna win.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No
Now
problem.
again, same for me, Jordan Clarkson. Like he's a scoring machine. Honestly, he really is, and he's improved it ever since leaving ever since being on Utah. He's improved a lot. Like he's a lot more confident now. He shoots the ball. He shoots the ball a lot. I mean, he makes a lot of shots too.
I mean, they're
And
not asking him. I mean, they asked him to score, and like
that's what
pretty
he's
much
doing.
like he's like he's a younger Lou Williams. Like, dude, just go score. Like I feel
Yeah.
like in other places he had to assist, he had to he had to be the point
Yeah,
guard,
spot
and
up shooter as well, like stuff
yeah,
like
and
that.
now
But
they're
this
telling
one,
him like
great. He's more of a create your own shot guy. That's why he's a great six man, and the Utah Jazz are utilizing him, using him really well.
utilizing.
Yeah. But
well,
go for it.
Next, I want you to know. I mean, this one's also it's because I like to talk about Coach of the Year, but Coach of the Year, it's kind of just a guy who brings it up. And I mean, I already know who Coach of the Year is. I feel like too. Like it has to be Quinn Snyder from the Jazz, don't you think? Like the Jazz are what they were a seed last year. They're number one in the NBA. Record wise, they have. Quinn Snyder's coaching the West All Stars, Team LeBron, in the All Star game. Like,
yeah, no, it's Quinn Snyder's gonna win it. Like he is. I will give you another name that I think. Well,
he's from Pop's coaching tree, so hey, match on up for Coach Popovich, baby. Quinn Snyder led the Austin Toros to the NBA D League championship. I will never forget that year. Thank you, Quinn Snyder.
I forgot about that. That's true, dude. I got Quinn Snyder is probably just. I honestly, for me, it's closer. It's probably not closer to most people, but for me, it is because I feel like Tom Thibodeau actually deserves a little bit of love just because the Knicks are doing. He's not my winner right now just because he doesn't have the record for it, obviously. Yeah. But the Knicks are. I mean, the Knicks are overachieving right now. They really are. He brought a lot of. Julius Randle's playing really well too. Another name that I think should be a lot closer. I think he's my second right now. Is Doc Rivers. I know I always thought Doc Rivers is a bit overrated as a coach, and he kind of is. But
super overrated.
He won that one title, but obviously he had the super team. And
he's the reason super teams were made.
he is a big part. Busted. But honestly, dude, like again, the Sixers have surprised me of how competitive they are. Like for years we didn't see this competitive fire from them at all. Tobias Harris again. Tobias Harris again, of course, because he's playing with Doc Rivers again, is playing really well. Again, Joel, like we've been talking about, Joel's been playing amazing, and he's been the best player in the league at this point. Well, playing like the best player in the league at least. MVP, both are MVPs right now as well. So he would be my second, but it's probably Quinn Snyder right now, honestly.
Doc Rivers, I get what you mean because. Like these last two seasons, like my main criticism of Joel Embiid is that like he wasn't being competitive. Like he was,
and he wasn't conditioned either.
Yeah, it didn't seem like he was interested. Like he was just out there like, I'm gonna go play and do what I do, and if we win, lose, draw, who cares? You get me? Like it was just going through the motions, and like Doc Rivers is really like now he looks fired up and like
Hmm.
look the way he's playing. So that's a great shot. Even though I think it's a runaway, like some other guys deserve some, the honorable mentions. They deserve it.
Yeah. No, for real. No, you're right. You're right. But it's like we said, it's probably Quinn Snyder right now. It's the Jazz. It's because it's Jazz have been playing like a team. That's another reason. So that gives them a huge edge. Like when there's
That's
no
why
like, yeah, it's a lot of the coaching. So obviously he has to be number one. But let's go to I keep saying but I'm sorry. Like Robin from from How I Met Your Mother. But for our last awards for the segment, we're going to our NBA first team, our first team players. So yeah, it's our. It could be honestly, it can be however you want. It could be the 5 best. It can be like in the way the NBA does it. But who's your first team all NBA?
All right, so already, and it's just so the podcast knows, repeat it. We are a Joel Embiid fanboy podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, at center, I have Joel Embiid, my MVP. He has to be first team. It's not gonna be like that year. Remember that year Tyson Chandler won Defensive Player of the Year?
God,
he was on the second team.
Oh my god,
what?
I can't believe that, bro. That was I don't know what they were thinking.
What happened that year? Okay, so back to our point. Yeah. So I got Joel Embiid at center, and my 2 forwards, I have Kevin Durant and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Just because KD is just gonna be there because it's KD, and he's having a good season. Mm-hmm. And Giannis, because Giannis is just straight balling. Giannis loves him a regular season game. He's licking his chops, knowing we're still in March, going to April. He's like, yeah, gotta eat it up, get out all the points I can that I'm not gonna get in the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
And then in the backcourt, I got James Harden because wow, did you see it? When I saw him playing against the Spurs, we had he had 16 assists. He finished the game with 18 assists. Mm-hmm. He had 12 assists by halftime. The way he's completely turned his game upside down. He's the real point guard, not Kyrie. Mm-hmm. And James Harden has to be recognized. Or last year being he was on the first team last year.
Yeah.
For being a high scorer, and he's going to be this year because of the way he just rebounds and still scores at a high rate.
Yeah. And his assist rate, obviously. Yep.
And then lastly, we got my boy Dame Dollar. Mm-hmm. He deserves some respect. Finally, he's going to choke in the playoffs again. But remember, this is first team is all about regular season. Who gives?
Yeah, it's a regular season award. Yeah.
Giannis is technically one of the best players of all time, but we know that ain't true. So Damian Lillard finally deserves some respect, especially because he's 4th in the NBA in scoring. The Trailblazers doing pretty good. They're pretty decent.
I mean, he's carrying them on his own, honestly.
Yeah, and
he has no one around him right now. CJ McCollum's been out, Nurkic's been out. It's just been him, and they're still a 6th seed or 5th seed, something like that. They're still really good. Well, they're not really good, but he's carrying them.
And I know I'm leaving LeBron out of this because remember, this is a LeBron slander podcast. LeBron isn't even in my 3rd team. We're not gonna go there.
Stop. Stop me.
Yeah. So it's just I think this is finally some respect that Damian finally deserves, especially because he's gonna ball out for the rest of the season. Mm-hmm. And some players might start taking games off, especially as we get closer to playoff time. So yeah, that's how I got Joel, Giannis, Harden, Damian, and Durant.
All right. Well, my list is pretty similar to yours. Mine, obviously, at guards, we have the same guards. I have Damian Lillard. Again, he's balling in the regular season. He deserves a lot of respect in the regular season because Harden got a lot of respect in the regular season as well. But he's always choked in the playoffs usually, Harden. So Lillard needs some respect in his name. He has the 2 biggest clutch shots in the playoffs probably ever.
He's already hit 2 buzzer beaters this year to begin with.
Yeah, I know. He's making. Honestly, he's making the most clutch shots in the regular season I've ever seen him make. So he's doing everything. He deserves to be a first team for sure. More than I know Curry's trying to carry the Warriors, but I mean, I feel like the Blazers are less talented than Lillard's really doing everything to keep them in the playoffs right now with all the injuries they have.
The Warriors, it feels like they're trying, but they're not trying at the same time. It's kind of annoying, and it's I don't feel like you deserve to be they're still running on the excuse. We don't have Clay this year, so we're gonna play, but we're not really worried about winning. And it's kind of like a lot of teams and a lot of sports go through injuries and they still try to win championships. You get me? So it's kind of
I get you.
I feel like that mentality doesn't deserve to be rewarded. So that's also why I wanted to include Steph, but I was like,
I thought about Steph too, but nah, like I couldn't put him over Lillard, and I can't put him over Harden either, who's also my other guard. Harden been balling even more recently. He's showing off his point guard skills. He's been a point guard. He really has. Like it's crazy how well he assists the ball. Like I thought honestly a lot of the reason he got an assist earlier is because the whole system in Houston ran through him. So he got a lot of assists because he drove and popped like a lot. But he's showing that like his passing is just good. It's not just because of a system. He can be a system. Like he's shown that. He's the way he's passing the ball is insane. The way he's running point guard is great. He's even more efficient. That's my problem with Harden has always been he's kind of been inefficient, but like he's being efficient this year as well. To me, he's playing the best version of Harden he can possibly be. To me, he's in the MVP race as well, but like those Rockets games obviously kind of discount him just because like
he plays with two other stars.
Yeah,
so it's he's never gonna be he's not gonna be stuffing the stat sheet like some of these other guys like Joel or Damian. You get me? Like this stuff the stat sheet, or even like Bradley Beal.
Yeah,
running like these guys are just stuffing the stat sheet, and you can't compete when you have two other guys to give the ball to.
No, not at all.
You get me? So it's like, so who are your forwards?
My forwards. I got to put LeBron. LeBron, he's been without Davis for a while. He's been without Davis for a while, and he's still like. I know they've been on a losing streak lately, but it's not like he's been bad. But I mean. Honestly, I have to admit he's been better on defense as well. He's been playing more defense than he usually has in the past years. A lot of it because AD is out, so he has to carry a lot of the defensive load. But he's been a first team. I can't put him off my list. Like I can't. Before I go my other forward, I'm gonna go center because my other forward I kind of had a problem. I didn't know really who to put. I know who I picked, right? But I have obviously Embiid as my center.
Course.
Like we have him MVP. He's gonna be first team all center. That's like a guarantee.
We can talk all day about Joel Embiid.
Yeah, we've already talked. So I'm gonna go to my last forward. I want to put KD. Honestly, to me, it should be KD. But for the fact that he's missed a lot of games, I'm putting Giannis on there. Because Giannis, like his team's not winning per se, but they're not like losing horribly either. Like they still have a good record. They're still going to be competing, more or less. Is he probably going to fall in the playoffs? Yeah, more than likely. But I mean, in the regular season, again, it's a regular season award. He's been still averaging 29, still getting 11 boards, still averaging his 5+ assists, still getting a block and a steal game. Like those are first team numbers. I would put KD there if he had played more games, but he's missed too many. He just has. If KD had played as many games with the same stats, let's say, I would have put him just because like they're winning and he's been balling. But right now, so to recap,
we're pretty much in agreement.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, besides you putting LeBron, just for the record, I love LeBron off the court. He's a great human being.
Oh yeah, of course.
Basketball, LeBron, he can fall in a ditch. So I think we're pretty much in agreement though. Like for first team, I mean, it's because I feel like this season has been pretty like. There's been a big disparity about who's playing well and who's not.
Yeah.
And who's a pretender. Like even the Suns, you can say the Suns right now, they're in the second seed, but pretender all over it. Even
I don't know. I like it better than the Jazz.
I know some people like joke it like the Nuggets right now with everything they have, but I feel like I'm not convinced. Like I feel like they're one of those teams they're like us. Like you have too many options and you have too many options. So you try to spread the ball around too much, and it works a lot of the time. But like in big games, you have problems of like, oh, so who's scoring? Who's shooting the shot? You get me? Like when it comes down the stretch, like who's taking these shots? And I feel like that's how like the Spurs struggle, the Nuggets struggle. So that's why I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced by the Nuggets either. Like it
Yeah,
just there's four teams. Like even the Clippers, I'm not convinced by the Clippers at all.
no, I'm not convinced by the Clippers. A lot of people. I was on the Clippers bandwagon last year. I made it. Like I thought they were good. Towards the end of the season, they started playing really well, and then that COVID kind of just messed everything up. And then it just they started. They
Haven't been the same sense.
no, not at all. Like they're just not. And like honestly, like after failing in the second, I think they would have been a good team this year if they made it to the conference and maybe lost to Lakers. They'd have been super motivated, but they lost in the second round, and it just destroyed like their whole group pretty much.
Their whole
Paul George,
mojo.
Paul George still a pretender to me. Yes, he's playing good in the regular season, but he's gonna become like Skip Bayless says, George Paul. He's gonna become George Paul, and
I love.
so I do not believe
Pandemic P. We're gonna see Pandemic P in
P,
the
bro.
prime.
Oh yeah, in the playoffs we're gonna see it. It's gonna be great. But okay. Now that we got like mid-season stuff out of the way, we talked about MVP, all our awards, our first team, we recapped the season. Let's talk about what's going on today. Before we're done recording, before the podcast we start recording, is the All-Star game. We got the All-Star game coming up. We got all our All-Star players and stuff. So, Misael, who do you think's gonna win? Let's just start off with that. Who do you think's gonna win this All-Star game?
I know we've already
Team LeBron
talked
or Team Durant?
plenty of basketball today.
Mhm.
This is recorded before any
Yes.
All-Star game. So if we sound like absolute buffoons to you, hey, that's what you. That's
because we are. That's because we are.
That's why you listen to us.
Yeah.
But I mean, but before back to Joel Embiid. Before Joel Embiid got announced that he wasn't going to play today, and I had Team Durant. I still think Team Durant is going to win tonight. Just because I'm not convinced by Team LeBron whatsoever. Like I knew what he tried to do in the draft. Like he wanted the names on his side, like Curry, and Giannis, and even like getting Sabonis. Like he wanted he kind of wants to show off tonight. Like he wants to be the star.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like Durant was more tactical decisions when it came to picking players, and it's gonna be a close game. So
yeah, the All-Star game is usually pretty close.
But I think Durant, like they're gonna be a big, because you know how there's always like a blowout in the middle of it, and then at the end it gets close.
Yeah.
Like Team Durant's gonna be comfortably in the lead for the most part.
Well, Team Durant obviously went for scoring, and that's the main thing about, especially this year. Scoring matters a
Especially
lot.
the All-Star game. No one plays defense in the All-Star game.
So obviously, I feel like Team Durant's trying to go for more of a big lead to be impossible to come back to, which is not a bad strategy, honestly. Because like if you go to the bench, honestly, I like Durant's bench a lot more than LeBron's bench. That was my thing for liking team before Embiid got hurt. That was my thing for liking team Durant's team a lot better, because to me he had the two biggest players that were gonna be in the All-Star that are probably gonna really compete were Zion, maybe Zion, but Zion and Booker. Those are my two biggest X factors on the bench. When you have like a scorer like Booker, huh?
Booker's not gonna play though.
I don't know. Well, before like, that's why I like the team. But now that Booker's out, and that's another huge loss.
It's Mike Conley.
And I know, my God, that's another conversation. But I just don't think Team Durant's gonna be the same. The only way Team Durant goes as far as Zion goes, to be honest, because if he's not scoring in the paint and bullying people, they're just gonna guard the three really well. Like Team LeBron's gonna guard the three really well, and then what are they gonna do? Like, because Team LeBron's more skilled. It just is. Like they have more skilled players.
Yeah.
Like Luka, LeBron are both like passers who can drive and do different stuff.
Even Giannis.
Jokic's the same. They're passing guard, and then they have Steph, who's like the all-time shooter, obviously.
Yeah. And Kawhi, they're not flashy, but they're technical.
Oh yeah, and then Kawhi, obviously. Kawhi's a defensive stopper and a scorer. Who knows how? I don't know how much Kawhi's gonna play. I haven't really seen him try too much in an All-Star game. So I have no clue how much he's gonna play or if he's gonna play. I don't know. So I feel like he'll play more than
Team LeBron tonight. You got Team LeBron tonight.
I got Team LeBron. Yeah, I got Team LeBron.
Team LeBron. Who do you think is gonna be MVP?
I know I said Team LeBron's gonna win, but I feel like Zion will have a big night. I think I'm gonna go Zion.
That coming out night.
Yeah, because a lot of the MVPs like fan voting too. So I think
yeah, that's right. But also like fan voting is influenced by whoever's going off.
Yeah, that's true. So I'm gonna go Zion just for the fun pick. Zion. I'm gonna go Zion. What about you?
I got Lillard. I think Lillard I feel like this is Lillard's revenge tour season. Like he just wants some respect. So I feel like All-Star Game MVP, like that's perfect. You give me because he's not gonna win the NBA championship. They're probably not even gonna make it to the second round of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is where like Damian really gets some respect, and I think he's gonna go off tonight just to prove a point. Especially because this is his biggest game of the season because the Blazers ain't going anywhere.
Nah, they're not.
So yeah.
No, that's a good pick. So you still have Team Durant, you said, right? Still have Team Durant winning?
Yeah, Team Durant.
Still have Team Durant.
No problem.
I if Zion goes off, I can see him winning. If he doesn't, I don't see that. I feel like Zion starting honestly almost swayed my decision because I'm like Zion can do some stuff. Obviously, he's a monster.
No one can guard.
No one can guard him for real.
Okay, these are quick fire questions right here for our halftime show.
Whoa, okay.
Of the All-Star game. Quick fire questions. Who's your dunk, 3-point, and your skills challenge? Go.
Okay. 3-point Steph, dunk Cassius Stanley, whatever however you say his first name, and skills Luka.
Ooh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
What about you?
For me, I have Simmons. I don't know his first name, but it's the guy out of Sacramento.
Something with an A.
Yeah, something A Simmons. All I seen is his highlights, and I mean, kid can fly. I know Albie Toppin's in there, but he's a good dunker. But I feel like he's like one of those like stiff.
He's a big man dunker.
Like he's a big power dunker.
Yeah.
And like, who wants to see that? Like it's boring. And then I got Zach LaVine easily winning the 3-point contest.
Whoa.
And a bonus winning the skills competition.
The bonus. I like that. I like that LaVine. Look, I was thinking going LaVine too, but it's just it's hard for me because like it's Steph. I mean, Steph can go off honestly, so I gave Steph the edge because honestly, there's no one else in that. Booker was gonna be Booker would have been my second pick. I think I would have picked Booker to go back to back honestly, just for fun but now that he's Mike Conley playing instead of, I'll get why Mike Conley's replacing Booker in general, but especially in the 3-point contest, which makes absolutely no sense to me. But yeah, I don't see anyone competing with Curry besides.
I think the only reason Conley got in was because the coach picks when injuries happen and there's a switch, the coaches pick them. And who's coaching? Quinn Snyder.
No, I think Adam Silver actually picked Conley for the All-Star game, which I did not get.
It was Quinn Snyder.
It was? I thought it was
because when it comes to injuries, like when it comes to injured players in the All-Star game, the person who picks the replacement is the coach or the coaches.
Okay.
The coaches picks the replacement, so that's why. Like obviously, the Jazz don't even deserve one All-Star, even though they're #1 in the NBA. They only deserve Mitchell.
Yeah, I don't give them Gobert. No,
Did you know the Spurs? Can you like not even the Spurs when they had Ginobili, Parker, and Duncan on their primes? They didn't even get all three of them to the All-Star game together. No. But you're telling me Conley, Gobert, and Mitchell?
Yeah. I only give Mitchell, and that's it. Like I don't really give Gobert. Yeah, I'm with you there. Well, I'm with you there.
And then next beast, I want to talk about. This is my favorite part coming out. I swear, this is the last thing we're going to talk about basketball. It's the last thing.
Yeah, the last thing we're doing.
We promise. We've already been here almost an hour.
Yeah,
I don't even know how long we've been here. I haven't even time.
I think like 40, 50 minutes, something like that.
So yeah, I love you for sticking around. Just don't forget.
Yes, we do. We love you. I can't do a heart. There you go. I did it.
So lastly, we have me and Beast decided to do our own all-star draft with everybody in it.
Yes.
And just see how we compare head to head. Obviously, Beast is gonna lose, but no matter who he picks. But
wait, so just to also confirm, and so are we doing it the same way they did, like where LeBron's playing but Durant's not? I just want to confirm.
We're doing it in that everybody's on the board. So even LeBron and KD are on the board
Okay,
They're the
fun, fun,
starters.
fun.
'Cause we're gonna pick the 10 starters. We're gonna pick 5 and 5 starters,
Mhm.
and then we're gonna pick the reserves.
Okay.
So first we're
Okay.
gonna pick starters and then reserves.
Okay. So
Jason Tatum is moving into the reserves
reserves? Yeah. Okay. I agree.
because he
Yeah.
wasn't a starter.
Okay. And
So
then we have to take someone out. So let's take. We keep Booker. We're not putting Mike Conley in for sure.
I know. Well, it's
Who
gonna
is
be
a who is a sub? Who subbed in? Was Sabonis a sub? It was Sabonis, right? Who was the last
yeah,
sub?
Sabonis. So look,
I don't want to take out Sabonis, but we have to kind of.
the starters are Luka, Curry, LeBron, Jokic, Kawhi, Kyrie, Beal, Durant, Giannis, and Joel.
Okay.
All right.
I'll let you go first, actually.
Let's actually flip a coin to see who goes first.
Okay. More fun.
Hey Siri, flip a coin.
I have a bottle cap.
It's heads. Oh wait, we didn't pick
We
heads or
didn't.
tails.
God damn it.
That stays in.
Yeah, of course it
So
does.
Beast, since we'll go ahead and see you first. Heads or tails, Beast?
Heads. I'm going back to back heads.
Flip a coin.
It's heads this time.
It's
Yeah,
heads again.
back to back.
So you get first pick in the 2021 surprisingly good All-Star draft.
With
ahead,
everyone available, I'm going, and since we're technically neither of us have, like, it's not Team LeBron, Team KD, it's us. Everyone, like you said, everyone's on the board. I'm going KD. First pick.
KD
first pick.
KD first pick.
Yes.
That's a good one. All right. You did this on purpose. You picked KD on purpose. So LeBron, I would have had to pick LeBron. But you know what, Beast? Screw you, Beast. I pick LeBron. Because I'm not about to have you. You got me. You got me. You got me. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it for that one. But yeah, I'm taking LeBron James.
Okay. Yeah, got KD. Okay, now next pick. I'm going to Joel Embiid. I'm going Joel. KD and Joel.
Good ass team.
Gotta go. I think Joel's gonna compete. He can, and he does everything. So yes, he's gonna be all-star fun.
Okay, second pick. I'm gonna go with Steph Curry.
Okay.
Just with, I need Steph on this team. I need you pick Joel. I wanted Joel, but I need someone who's unguardable.
Hey,
that's Curry.
having both of them is great. Honestly, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Okay, so you have LeBron, Curry. I have KD and Embiid. As a quick recap, I'm going with I'm going Kyrie. I need a point. I like Luka, but Kyrie's a better shooter, so I'm going Kyrie.
You're taking the whole East All-Stars.
I kind of am, yeah. You're taking
I've so far had the whole West. And you know what? Just because you're taking East All-Star, I'm going to take Giannis.
Okay.
Giannis for my team.
Wow, okay. Giannis. I mean, that's good. Yeah, that's your big man right there. That's a good big man.
I need someone to guard Joel. Ain't going to be Jokic.
Getting to me, Jokic. Yeah, that's true. Hey. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. So we have Joel off the board. We have Giannis off the board. We have Steph off the board, and we have Kyrie off the board, and obviously KD and LeBron. And my next pick, I think I got KD, Embiid, and Kyrie. I think I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm going Luka. I need someone who can a little bit does it all kind of guy, who can pass, who can shoot more. I'm going Luka, my boy.
Luka Doncic.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good pick. I like that pick.
I like it too. That's why I picked it.
Never mind. I hate it. I'm gonna go with my fourth pick. I already have Giannis. I have Steph, and I have LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
So I need another shooter. Mm-hmm. So I am gonna go with Bradley Beal.
Yeah, that's a good. I was between him and Luka.
Player.
Bradley Beal's good. He was gonna be my next pick.
Left off the board.
We still have Kawhi and Jokic. They're the last two.
And Kyrie, who got Kyrie?
I did. That was my fourth pick. Kyrie's my fourth pick.
Oh, really? You got Kyrie? Okay.
Yes, I did.
All right, so go ahead. So whoever you pick here, I just get the other guy.
I'm going Kawhi. I'm going Kawhi.
You basic bitch.
Yeah,
Sure,
I was thinking Jokic should be Kawhi, but nah. I need speed and movement, so I'm going Kawhi.
Yeah.
So obviously that means you get Jokic.
I get Jokic. I get the Joker.
You get I think you get the first 2 picks in the bench. I think.
I get the
Or you
first
get the
pick,
first
in the reserve. I get the first pick in the reserve.
Yeah, you just get the first pick in the reserve, right? That's it.
NBA reserves.
Oh, you get 2 picks. Yeah, the last pick. Yeah, okay, yeah. That's how it works. Yeah, that's.
And I'm probably gonna get the last pick at the end. You get me?
Yeah.
All right. So, who's our reserves? Let me get the reserves real quick. All right, then. We got Anthony Davis, Paul George, Rudy Gobert, Damian Lillard, Donovan Mitchell, Chris Paul, Zion Williamson, Jaylen Brown, James Harden, Zach LaVine, Julius Randle, Ben Simmons, Jason Tatum, and Nikola Vucevic. With my first pick in the reserves, I'm going with James Harden, baby.
Yep,
Give
that's
me
a good pick.
James Harden.
That was gonna be
That
my
was an
first
easy
pick.
one. That was
You didn't pick
easy.
it. Yep,
That's not
that's a
even.
good pick.
I'm not even
That's a
thinking
very
twice
good pick.
about that one. Go ahead,
It's
Beast.
a very, very good pick. You got Harden. Okay. Harden's a very good pick for a reserve. You know what? This guy's would be fun to watch in the All-Star, and I would go. I'm between 2, but
I'm gonna pick the other guy that you don't pick. I know who you're thinking.
I'm
of.
picking Zion. I'm picking Zion.
There you go. I'm
Zion.
picking Damian with my next
Yeah,
slip.
that was my other guy. Yeah,
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, I'm picking. You're either gonna pick Zion or Damian.
Yeah.
I'm picking the opposite.
I'd rather have the more unstoppable guy. I know Lillard's can shoot from anywhere also, but I mean Zion's unstoppable. So I went that's why I went with him.
So you go again. I already picked Lillard.
Yes. So I go again. And with my second pick in the bench reserve, I go Devin Booker. I need a pure scorer.
With Devin
That's
Booker.
to counteract.
Who did he replace?
Huh? No,
Who
Book.
replaced-
Oh, Booker
who
replaced
replaced
someone,
Booker?
right? That's true. Also, Booker's not part of it then, right? That's
Yeah,
true. That's
he's
true.
not.
Okay, never mind. They're not Booker. I'll go Zach LaVine then.
Zach LaVine.
I'll go LaVine.
All right, Zach LaVine. With my third pick of this draft, I am going to pick. Give me Anthony Davis. I'm going to take Anthony Davis.
Oh, Anthony. Wait,
Yes.
Anthony. Oh, that's true. He was that. I forgot he was he was the one Booker replaced. Anthony Davis. That's true. I remember. Anthony Davis is a good one. I forgot about Davis, honestly. Okay. It's fine. I'll go with. Try to go scoring. I'll go scoring again. I'll go Donovan Mitchell. I feel like your bench is killing me right now. But I'm going Mitchell.
I'm going to take Julius Randle.
Randall, okay. Okay, so just to recap so far, you have 3 reserves, right? Or you have 4. Or you have 4, right? Because you just picked Randall.
Reserves.
So you have Harden, Lillard, AD,
Davis
and
and Randle.
AD and Randall. Okay. And then I have so far Zion, LaVine, and Mitchell.
Chop, beast. Chop.
I know. I'm sorry. It's because my team's small. Ooh, I'll go with. I'll go with Ben Simmons. I'll go with Simmons. Play some defense. I can play the 4 as well, if he needs to.
I'm going to get next. I am going to get Chris Paul, baby. Give me
Chris Paul.
Chris
Okay.
Paul.
Chris Paul. If you get Chris Paul, I'm going with. I'm going with Jaylen Brown. I think Brown would do better than Tatum.
Give me. I don't want Pandemic B. That's a break. That's a joke. Give me Ben Simmons.
I have Ben Simmons.
Oh, you have Ben Simmons? Oh,
Yeah, I picked
shit.
Ben Simmons.
All
I
right,
picked
give
him
me
before Brown.
Jason Tatum then.
Yeah, okay.
Jason Tatum. All right, so who's left?
Okay,
Left,
still-
we have Vucevic and
Gobert.
Pandemic P. Gobert.
That's it, right? Those are the last 3.
Yeah, those are the last 3. So you have 2. You have 1 pick left because the next pick I make, you just get the last guy.
So it's Paul George, Gobert, and I'll go Vucevic. Going Vucevic. Yeah, I need another big guy.
I'm taking Paul George then. I don't want any Jazz near my team.
Yeah,
So you can have both of them.
yeah. I already have Mitchell. Yeah, I have Mitchell. That's true.
George. I let Rudy
should've
Gobert
got-
went last. I let Gobert went last in ours too.
Yeah. I need. Honestly, I'm fine with it because I need two big guys at the end. Honestly, because I had a lot of small players. Okay, so just to recap our team, I'll recap my team first. My starters, I have KD, Embiid, Kyrie, and Luka. My bench, Zion, Zach LaVine, Mitchell, Simmons, Jalen Brown, Vucevic, and Gobert.
Garbage team.
Okay.
My team, it's gonna be Steph, Beal at the point guard, at the guards. Then we have Giannis and LeBron. LeBron's gonna lead us to victory for once. Got you, LeBron. I love you, LeBron. Then I got Jokic at center, and then my bench, I got Harden, Lillard, Anthony Davis, Julius Randle, Chris Paul, Jason Tatum, and pandemic George Paul. So, hey, tell us in the cards. Hey, tell us in the comments down below.
Yeah, tell us who you think.
Let us know
Team.
who is gonna win. Is it Team Beast or Team Misa? And I think I win.
We are very curious. Obviously, he thinks he has a better team. I think I do have a better team. I like my team a lot.
You pick 0 size. I have all the size.
I have two centers at the end. It's fine. And I have Zion. Zion's all I need. Who needs size when you have Zion on the bench? And I have Embiid as well.
Or if you don't want to leave a comment, just text us.
Let's be real.
Everyone who watches
most of the
knows
center
watches.
minutes, so I'm fine with that.
Not even. What's it called? Nah, but let us know. Let us know who wins. Let us know. Me or Beast. Who you got? Who you got in a 7-game series?
I got my team.
With the Martians, with the death beam pointing at Earth. Who you taking?
I'm taking Team Beast.
I'm taking my team. Well, Beast, I think that is enough basketball.
Oh yeah, we've
for the day. That's plenty of basketball.
Sure. We're on like an hour into basketball for sure.
So I just want to recap something real quick since we're still on sports. This week we have the UCL round of 16, second leg of 4 games going on.
You're so excited.
You're so excited. Like Beast doesn't even know soccer. Beast doesn't even watch soccer.
No, really.
He has no idea what I'm about to say for the next at least 5 minutes.
I said I agreed to this. He's very excited.
I love 2:00 in the afternoon on a Tuesday and Wednesday, watching some of the best games in soccer all year.
Who do you have winning Champions League?
We'll get there. Today. But today I want to talk about the second legs that are going on this week. We have 4 games going on Tuesday. We have Juventus from Italy versus Porto, the champions of Portugal. Porto is up 2-1 with Juve having 1 away goal. Juve is playing at home though. Juve has Cristiano Ronaldo, so I just think Porto, they played a hell of a first game, but Juve is gonna just come back and win it. Typical. Second leg, easy win. I get a 3-0. So I think that's 4-2 on aggregate. Porto's just not good enough. They're just small Portuguese club. Secondly, I got Dortmund and Sevilla. That's the second game on Tuesday. Right now, Dortmund is up 3-2 against Sevilla after beating the civilians. That's what they call them. I don't know why.
The civilians.
Sevilla. It's not even spelled civilians. So Sevilla is down. They lost 3-2 at home, so now they're going down to Dortmund, Germany, to play them. And right now they have a player named Erling Haaland. Oh, that 20-year-old Norwegian guy. No one can stop him. He's unstoppable, and I think he's just gonna rampage.
What makes him special? What makes him so special?
Have you seen Erling Haaland? He's 6'4". No. He's a 6'4" of white perfection.
White perfection.
He's Norwegian. He's 6'4". He runs like a gazelle. He scores goals left and right. He has he already has 20 goals in 19 games in the league.
Oh damn.
He has like 8 goals in the Champions League. He's scoring a goal a game.
He's balling. It sounds like he's balling.
He's only 20 years old.
That's crazy.
Like he's younger than us.
I know.
He's so it's pretty impressive. He didn't come out of nowhere, but I just feel Dortmund is probably not going to win the Champions League, but they already have 3 away goals. It's a lot for Sevilla to ask to go to Dortmund and get a result.
Oh yeah.
So I just think Dortmund is just going to flash by real easily.
I even know Dortmund's really fucking. I know that.
Third, these are the Wednesday games. For Wednesday, we have the all anticipated the Paris Saint-Germain versus Barcelona. But we're coming into Paris. Paris is up 4-1. Barcelona are in shambles. They have played like garbage. They don't know where the direction of the club is going. But can they come back? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They have the special players like Antoine Griezmann, the World Cup winning striker for France.
Mhm.
They have Lionel Messi, who everybody knows. He doesn't need me to say much more about him. And the past, 2017, when Barcelona were down 4-0 to PSG after the first leg and came back and won the second leg 6-1. So the comeback is not completely on the cards. Is it really unlikely that this comeback's going to happen, especially with how bad Barcelona have played the last couple weeks or all season? Probably not, but watch out. When you have a guy like Lionel Messi, he just might come back, or you just might make it interesting. It's so I still think PSG is going to get through, but more than likely, it's going to be a fun game to watch in that second leg.
That's good.
Lastly, we have kind of boring. It's Liverpool versus RB Leipzig. Even though Liverpool have played terrible in the league, Leipzig's have played great in the league. I just don't see Leipzig coming over. Oh wait, I don't even think they're going to play it in England. But I just don't see Leipzig being Liverpool. Liverpool, they usually show up on Champions League nights, midweek games. For some reason, they play so well, but they get to the weekend league and they're garbage. So I just think it's just too much to ask for RB Leipzig to come in and play Liverpool 2-0. Easy. We'll talk about next episode. We'll bring up what's going on against next week, but this is just the first half of the round of 16 UCL knockout stage. Have fun. Get your brunch ready because it's about to be a great Tuesday and Wednesday.
Again, you can tell he's really excited.
Hell yeah.
Well, enough about sports. We've gone on and on and on and on and on about sports, from basketball and even talking about a little bit of soccer going on with the Champions League. Let's go to our fun segment, our artist of the week that we like to do. It's fun. It's a fun little segment. Who do you have? Who have you been listening to this week? Who do you recommend this week to people?
This week. This is my favorite band. I've been jamming on it for a long time. They're an Australian alternative pop indie kind of band. I love indie music, so you're gonna. I already have the next 6 artists for the next 6 episodes. I have this segment is full for me. So at this point, it's like, who do I pick? So I am going with Empire of the Sun. I don't know if you ever heard of Empire of the Sun.
No, I have not.
Have you heard the song "Walking on a Dream"?
I have. It's by them.
Yes, that's Empire of the Sun.
Song.
The song "Alive," the one, "Though we make me feel so alive."
Oh yeah.
Alive. That's Empire of the Sun.
Okay.
They have tons of other hits, man. I fell asleep listening to Empire of the Sun, like, especially if you're feeling in the trippy mood. You're feeling a little loose. The vibes going on. It's a little dark outside. Empire of the Sun. It's a great mood setter. It's a great you're in your home, right? Especially right now during quarantine. We've all had our dance parties here, our person dance parties at our house, and I think Empire of the Sun is just the jam right now.
All right.
Go check them out. Empire of the Sun from Australia. You probably know who they are. I don't need to tell you who they are. They speak for them.
Most people, you probably have to tell who they are.
Exactly. But they're a great band. Give them a shout out, Spotify or Apple Music. Next, Beast, who's your artist of the week?
Artist of the week. I'm going a little. I was gonna say old school, but it's not old school. I'm going back to my middle school days. That's all I wanted to say. Back to my middle school days. I'm going to Green Day. I haven't heard their songs in a while, and I loved them as a kid, and now I'm hearing them more again. I'm back to hearing them. From American Idiot to Holiday to Broken Dreams on Boulevard, I think it's called. I love those songs. There's a song specifically that has Holiday and the Boulevard song. Like, it has one after the other, and I love hearing that transition. Like, the song cuts off, and then you just hear the song of I think a Holiday starting, and it's just great. So yes, Green Day is my
I
recommendation.
love Green Day. Green Day is I mean, I'm a plastic fan when it comes to Green Day, only the hits.
Yes, yeah, I'm the same. I'm the same.
So, but I mean, hey, they're hits for a reason.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I'm really excited about. I love this segment. I love it. I love hearing it. I'm
Oh yeah, I
probably
know
gonna
it's always good. It's always
I'm
fun
gonna
to
start
talk
listening.
about.
I'm gonna start. I started listening to the band you had mentioned last week, the Killers,
Mhm.
and I'm probably gonna end up listening to Green Day, or I'm gonna get some kind of ad for
Yeah.
Green Day just for the
Yeah,
fact that my phone in my
for real,
laptop.
for real. We know
Wait,
our devices are listening to us. So
somewhere they're gonna find us. So
oh yeah, for
hey,
sure.
hey, you guys go check them out. I mean, these are big bands, so they don't need any more
Mhm.
promotion. But hey, right now, a lot of artists are struggling because there's no concerts, no anything. So hey, make sure to support
Oh, of course,
your
yeah.
favorite artists. Buy their records, buy their T-shirts, buy their merch. If you really want to keep hearing great music, support artists.
Oh yeah, support any creator. Honestly, like from your TV shows to your even YouTube or Twitch creators to songs. Like honestly, if you can, I know, and don't like feel like you have to force it. Like if you can, obviously, right? That's the
Yeah,
idea.
and not just that. Hey, if there's somebody you guys want us to listen to, go ahead and leave a comment in the section
Oh, for real,
below
yes,
and let us
please.
know who we want to listen to. Me and Beast are pretty open when it comes to music.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
very.
my favorite genres are indie music and country music. I know Beast
Mine's
is a
more rock.
very rock guy.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
fucking
that's me, yes.
headbanger, long hair. What's
That
it
is me,
called?
yes.
Even though he looks, he looks calm and put together. Beast is
Yeah, for real.
a rock.
In my earphones, something else is going on in there.
So hey, let us know who you want us to listen to, or maybe some local band, that needs some support. Let us go ahead and put you guys out
Please,
here.
yes. Hey, for all you know, we might put your artist that you suggest to us on Artist of the Week.
Oh
We'll
yeah,
see.
hey, and if you want to help us, hey, remember we're starting, we're nobodies. You want to make music for us, and you want support from us, hey,
Oh yeah, for
we can
real.
make a deal.
Yeah,
We can make a deal.
of course.
Me and Beast have never seen a deal we don't like.
Because we've never seen a deal. That's why.
But yeah, so go out, support everybody. You want to leave us a comment on who you want us to hear, and maybe we'll talk about it in the next episode.
Hey, that sounds like a great idea, Misael.
Man, I can't wait till next week. I already have planned who I'm gonna go next week.
Ooh, nice. I honestly don't pick my artist until like till the day of, because like
right now.
Yeah, because like for me, it's like it just depends who I'm listening to that week. So that's why a lot of the time you're gonna hear me say big bands. To be fair,
Yeah, true.
but this is the music I listen to.
Yeah, true. All right. Next, I want to talk to you about my favorite thing that happened this week. Even though I was a little confused with the season finale, this is a spoiler warning for anybody who has not seen the episode. If you haven't seen the episode of WandaVision,
Please stop watching.
Finale, stop watching right now, or skip forward, or get your shit together and go watch it. It's already
for real.
It's already been 2 days.
Go watch it and then come back and finish watching this podcast.
Exactly.
Or start from the beginning, just to enjoy it a second time.
Go watch WandaVision. It's great. We talked a lot about last time. We don't really want to go too deep this time, but we want to talk about it.
We have to talk about it, though.
It's just a season finale. We're going to let it wait, but I mean, it's a season finale.
We got
to talk about it now. Beast, initial thoughts, season finale, and where we're going.
Oh my gosh. Well, obviously there's a lot of rumors, and it probably is, especially with the way especially with the second end credit, the way it did. We're going to Doctor Strange, and we're probably going to.
I think that's confirmed.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I'm pretty sure it's confirmed at this point. You're right, and it's just I'm very excited where this can go, because the way they're setting up is endless possibilities, and like you can't really pinpoint exactly what's going to happen. That's what's fun about it. But you're excited, but it keeps you excited for what's going to come next. There's so many questions I have, like so many. Like, what's happening with what's happened to the White Vision now? What's White?
I know, right? Just disappears, just gone.
like is White Vision regular Vision now? I'm so confused.
Like, remember the boat of Theseus? Is it really the same boat if it's been repaired?
Yeah.
And repaired or put in new pieces? Is it still the same boat? They're technically both Vision.
Yeah.
Because White Vision is all the vibranium with no Mind Stone.
Yeah.
And regular Vision is literally all Mind Stone.
Yeah, that's true.
Because Wanda created him.
Yeah.
So it's
we'll see.
who's real Vision? Who really feels like Vision? What does it
Honestly,
mean to be
I
Vision?
thought they were gonna. My theory when I saw the white Vision, I'm like, oh, they're gonna become one Vision. Basically, I thought that's what's gonna
Oh
happen.
yeah, they were gonna merge.
Yeah, something like that. Okay,
Yeah,
they go
that
through
would've-
each other. Come on.
Oh, I think when Vision touched him, or Red Vision,
Yeah,
regular
that's right, yeah.
Vision, not White Vision, regular Vision. I
Uh-huh.
feel like when he touched them and the thing turned yellow,
Yeah.
I think what he did, because he's technically still software.
Uh huh.
I think he implemented himself in White Vision.
I think so too.
Because
He
remember
did
when the
something,
lights, like when it was slightly turned yellow, I
Mhm.
think he put in something of himself, a trace of himself, because he knew he was disappearing.
Yeah.
He knew it. The moment this hex is
Mhm.
gone, the hexagon is
Mhm.
gone. That's it for me. I think he did something to White Vision, and White Vision is off somewhere in Greece looking for philosophical answers.
Oh yeah. No, I don't know. He's probably like wondering, like I'm pretty sure they're gonna do like something where like he's trying to figure out who he is now that he has these memories, but he didn't really experience them, like because he just got the memories inside. So I wonder what they're gonna do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be fun to see for sure.
I know one thing I'm super excited about. Like, there's Wanda. They're setting up Wanda to be the villain. She's the villain.
It seems like it.
She's the Scarlet Witch. She's the Chaos Witch. Like, because she uses chaos magic. She's probably
Yeah, because I know she's
like
not
even
in the comics.
what's
She's
it-
not really good or bad. To be honest, she's good most of the time, but sometimes she has her moments.
She's good
obviously.
at heart, but she's good at heart, but she's the one. I forgot. She's the chaos queen. Like
Yeah.
she's like Agatha Harkness had told her in this episode, is that she has unleashed something. She doesn't know what she doesn't know what she just unleashed,
Mhm.
and she's chaos. She's literally everywhere she's gone, and we see in the past like what happened in the Nigeria during the Civil War,
Mhm.
and like or even how her Pietro died. Like she just
Oh,
brings chaos wherever she brings. Like wherever she goes, it's chaos.
What happened to
it's her first.
Pietro? I just realized. Where's Pietro? What happened? Where'd he go?
Pietro.
Oh my god. Oh no, Ralph. His name's Ralph.
Oh, Ralph. Yeah,
Ralph. What happened to Ralph? My boy
Ralph
Ralph. For real. What happened to? I'm wondering what happened to him. I'm so concerned.
No, Ralph was just
was
he
he
was
just
a
made
random
up?
dude. Yeah, he was just one of the dudes living in Westview. They got controlled by Agatha.
Okay.
So what's it called? It was just like even though they used Evan Peters, that was kind of just like a silly tie-in. You get me? Like
no, Evan Peters. Honestly,
hardcore fan.
the directors were genius for putting Evan Peters as Quicksilver. That was so funny, and it was such a great way to do it. I loved it. That was so smart. I loved it.
And it just
was
ends
great.
like he doesn't have to come back. Like you get me? Like
Yeah.
it was just a quick roll. Like it was just a quick roll.
No, it was great. It was great. I
It was just-
love that.
it was
They did a lot
great.
of good things in that show, and obviously the season finale was great. Good fight scenes. Still a little confused how she knew about runes all of a sudden. I didn't get that.
Well, because Agatha showed her. Remember, you're the only one. Remember, she's all powerful.
Oh
Like,
yeah, she did the runes.
gotta remember-
inside yeah, it's true. That's true. Yes.
What's inside the room?
She did the
Remember,
rooms inside the room earlier. Yeah.
Scarlet Witch, Wanda. She's all power. She's stronger than Doctor Strange. They even said there in the book, the Darthold. They were talking about how.
Oh yeah.
She's stronger than the Sorcerer Supreme, which is Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
So you know what that's foreshadowing. We're
Yeah.
in Multiverse of Madness. We're gonna get a Doctor Strange
Oh, yeah.
versus Scarlet Witch.
Oh yeah. That's gonna be close. Yeah.
That's
Honestly,
gonna
like
be fun.
I think I was talking to Serge, one of our friends, about this, and we were just kind of, I think that was the topic we discussed. Like, oh, it's like, who do you think is stronger, Scarlet Witch or Doctor Strange? I'm like, probably Scarlet Witch by a bit. I don't think like by so much, but because like technically, Doctor Strange is more skillful, but like the Scarlet Witch has actually more power technically. Like she's stronger. Yeah. So I
Technically,
mean,
Doctor Strange is like he's gonna be more tactical.
yeah,
I mean,
a lot
like,
more. Yeah.
Obviously, I feel Wanda's gonna end up like not being evil.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, like they're gonna have that fight scene, just how she almost fought with
Mhm.
with Monica Rambeau, like how
Mhm.
how they almost fought
Mhm.
during this WandaVision.
Oh,
And,
so
I just think they're eventually gonna settle it out, but because Doctor Strange is gonna use his brain, his whole smart,
Mhm.
him being a genius, to figure it out. Because especially Wanda's reckless, like she's chaos. She's gonna be reckless. Like she's stronger than him, but she's gonna be super reckless, especially because the way I just want to know what's gonna happen with her kids. Like I know it's gonna have to something with her kids
Mhm.
coming alive. Like
Yes.
there's a bigger villain here. Like there's a bigger.
there was a
villain.
theory that I saw. that again, Serge sent me this theory that someone sent like on a YouTube comment or something, and it was a pretty good. Like it has a lot to do with that book. That
Plato.
book basically showed like you learn a lot, but it controls the user, something like along those lines, like that. Like ends
Yeah.
up controlling only like certain people, like Doctor Strange, who like has like certain aspects over it, can like has the mental fortitude to go against it. But
It's
like
one of
Wanda,
those
like
things where it's like
she,
it gives you everything, but it takes.
yes, also yeah.
Yeah.
So like the book also showed like at the end you heard like Wanda's kids, right? Like at the second end credit. So maybe the book is showing her kids to really. I forgot what the creature was called or like the villain was called, but there's a villain or
It's a
something in the
devil. It's
book.
just like an M. It's an M.
Yeah,
that.
something like that.
I saw a video on it. I know what you're talking
I
about.
know. I think it was an M or something like that. Yeah, and then basically yeah, like if they that she's gonna release the guy, and that's gonna be like the villain, like the person or creature or whatever. So like she's gonna end up
I
trying to
think
go
this
for
is the
kids
new
and release.
big bad. The new big bad.
Mhm.
Like Thanos kind of level.
Yeah, I think so too. Honestly, it's kind of cool. It'd be kind of cool to go to like a magical, see what they do with magic. Obviously, that's what they're kind of going with Wanda and Doctor Strange. She's like they're leading the charge in the second
Especially
universe.
because it's even letting out for the Phase 4 with like even Spider-Man, like the whole multiverse.
Yeah,
Like they're gonna get like
I'm
it's
so excited.
like Marvel's is gonna get super trippy. Like
Oh
in the
yeah,
next.
I'm
Like
excited for that.
it's gonna be a lot of I never watched all the Marvel movies,
Mhm.
but I feel like now is a good reset point. Like I mean, obviously you can go back and watch everything, but if you don't want to watch like
Yeah, but
20
it's a good
some
reset.
movies,
No, it is a good reset.
but it's
It
like a
is
good like
reset.
reset. Like you can
Mhm.
pick up here and you know exactly what's going on. You don't even know what happened. And like if you follow it just briefly, you will understand what happened, like where they're at in the story
Mhm.
wise. But let me get that evil villain. What's his name? That from
Forgot.
Darkhold.
Yeah,
It's here. I
but
had it.
again, it's the WandaVision, great show. They've done the directors and producers and everyone did the actors, everyone did a fantastic job on the show. I loved all the teasers from older shows like Malcolm in the Middle and other like older shows that they did. Um, the obviously the kids were good actors. I loved how they bring the how they did Quicksilver. That was cool too. The whole
Oh, his
thing
name
with
is
Vision.
Kython. His name is Kython.
Kython, yeah, Kython. Yeah,
Kython.
that's his name.
That's his name.
That's his name.
Kython. That's the name of the villain that's gonna
Yes,
come in and
probably yeah,
the
yes.
one
So
that's gonna
that's gonna be
control
exciting.
Wanda.
That's gonna be
And
exciting.
so I can't wait till more happens.
Mhm.
I know in 2 weeks it's gonna be the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not,
excited for
I'm
that
not
too.
too hyped about that,
Man, I
but
like WandaVision.
I feel
I was
like
pretty hyped about WandaVision.
I feel like once I watch it, I'll get in. I'll be into it. Obviously, we're probably gonna talk about it here.
For
But-
sure, there's gonna be a lot more action in that one for sure. Like that one's gonna be more action than story. I think it's gonna have story for sure. 'Cause it's Marvel, but like it's not. I don't think it's gonna have as much story as this one. Like this one was mostly like a lot of story, which was cool. They did a lot. Like WandaVision was story and plot and teasers and all these jokes, and it was great.
Yeah, it's especially because it's just gonna be showing off that the Falcon is just he's like the
Becoming
new
the
Captain
new,
America.
yeah.
Like,
I
so
think
it's kinda
he's like gonna try he's gonna like, oh, I'm earning my right to become Captain America, something like that.
yeah, so he's just gonna be like fighting kick
Yeah.
ass scenes.
Hey, it's gonna be
like
cool
that.
though. It's still gonna be fun to
Especially
watch.
the Winter Soldier. Yeah, but man, I can't. I can't wait for the Doctor Strange. That's what I'm.
Oh yeah,
That's what
near
I'm
can I?
about.
That's gonna be fun.
Well, we're coming to our last segments of the
Yeah,
podcast.
we are.
If you've made it this far, thank you for getting this far. We really appreciate it.
For real.
Thank you for listening to us to sitting over here with already, I don't know what the timestamp is, but we've been here at least an hour and a half.
Oh, long. Yeah, about an hour and a half. Yeah, you're right.
about an hour and a half. Hey, thank you for sticking around. We love you.
Mhm.
Lastly is what me and Beast have learned today, or what we're excited for this next week. We still haven't found a name for this segment. We'll find it.
Yeah.
But today, Beast, what do you have for me for this week, Beast?
Oh yeah, our separate segments for the day where we each have our own little segment. Mine for the week again. Going back to Greg Abbott. Texas and Mississippi are opening their state again, which is, well, we live in Texas, so I don't feel great about that. Look, I feel indifferent because like I also see my family has a small business, so small business side you're kind of excited obviously because you're getting to open full capacity and try to get more people. and that's great. But at the same time, it's like I feel the good thing is, look, I hate the fact that Greg Abbott's like making like taking off the mask. That I do not get. I do not get why he's doing. It's not like the vaccine's like widely available yet. I would get it more if it was widely available and more people had taken it. But like he just wants to jump the gun early and say, yes, we're good, we're fine. We got the vaccine. Vaccine's coming, so we don't need mask right now. Even though it's still really easy to get COVID, and we still are one of the most higher states in getting COVID, which is
I think what just bothers me is that like throughout this whole pandemic, even before that, like Greg Abbott has just shown that he's just not the guy for Texas. Like look what happened with our power out with the winter storm, with the way the coronavirus has been handled from the beginning. There's just a lot of things, and personally, he's just cleaning his hands at this point. Like he's just saying, I'm done talking. Greg Abbott at this point saying, I'm done talking COVID. I'm done with cases. Like I just care about the economy. I just care about my pockets. I care that my pockets are full and I'm healthy. So he's just saying, and then I'm trying to get reelected in 2 years. That's what he's. At this point, he's just gonna catch to his base, right? This only reason this mandate ended like in a snap of fingers is just because he's just pleasing his base here.
Yeah, he really is. Look,
and I think what gets me the most is that masks can come off, and eventually we're gonna get to that point where masks. Is it too soon? Yes, but if I would be okay with masks coming off if Greg Abbott or even the state itself, our state legislature, or even the federal government was sitting down and saying, all right, masks is going to come off, but we're vaccinating people at an unpredictable rate right now. Or we're moving through to get it as fast as possible, get this virus in and out so we can go back forward. But we're seeing neither. We're seeing vaccine rollout is extremely slow. To get a vaccine right now, it's almost impossible. And it's already been out for months, and they already bought the dosage, but since
I know they're starting with I know they're starting with the smaller cities. I know they're doing vaccine drives and stuff like that, and some people, but they're still doing it mostly with people with underlying conditions, even though some people lie about it. I know people who like put their overweight and like, oh, they go get it because like they're not even overweight, but they just put it in, they don't check.
And look, and see, like that's fine. I don't care when it comes to those kind of cases, because at the end of the day, I want everybody vaccinated, not just
same. I don't care either. You got vaccinated, good. I'm happy.
You're just vaccinated, that's fine. You're not spreading it. You're not gonna get anyone sick. You're done. Even though there's other variants, but that's another story.
Yeah, that's
more isolated. That's more isolated cases than actual, bigger cases. But it just feel that like where Biden already said recently, they already bought enough, that we already purchased enough and have enough vaccines to vaccinate the whole country, but there's not a push to vaccinate people. They're not trying to clip what's it called, like conspiracies or things like that. We're saying the vaccine is bad. Like they're doing nothing to help raise the awareness of people. We need to vaccinate people. We need to be getting multi-million people a day. We're not even at those numbers. We're not even close to those numbers. We're still like only 7% of Texas is vaccinated. If any of those, that's what pisses me off the most about the mask mandate is just, okay, you're going to take out the mask, but it's because you're going to kick some ass somewhere else, and you're not doing that.
No, I agree with you, man. Like, again, like they're not, I don't get it. Like he just, like you said, he's just washing his hands of it, and that annoys me. And it works for him because a lot of people are going to agree with it. A lot of people are happy that the masks are off, even though there's nothing to warrant for the masks to be off yet. Like obviously the vaccines, but again, it's not, like you said, it's not widely available yet. Well, like they have them, but again, they haven't really rolled them out as much as they should.
Okay, they're just not available. Like you just can't. They're there, but you can't get it. You can't go get it, so it's not available. You're right. It's not available.
Yeah, and it just boggles my mind how many ignorant people there are, and at the same time, I don't blame them, because like I used to be that guy that I didn't care about politics and all that, and I still kind of I'm not super into it. You wouldn't call me.
This isn't even politics.
Exactly. This isn't politics. It's about life. It's about the world stuff. It's world news. It's not politics. But like when you speak about Greg Abbott, obviously it's like, oh, you're talking about politics, and it's not even just that. It's just I care about my well-being and my well-being of my family and stuff, and it's hard to say, like, because like there's gonna be so many people now like I know businesses like Walmart and other small businesses are going to keep their mask on, right? But there's gonna be a lot of people obviously complaining. It's like, oh, the masks aren't required. Why do I have to go
Like,
in
it's
with
gonna
my
be those
mask?
videos all over social media, people saying,
Again, yeah.
"Oh, the governor said I don't have to wear the mask," and they're trying to get into HB, and it's like it's just unnecessary bullshit.
And look, I
And
know people are saying you can wear your mask. Like, what's the problem? It's like the problem is that the mask is not even really to protect ourselves, it's to protect other people. That's like the main point of the mask. That's what people haven't understood. Is that the
like, a
mask,
year
like,
later, they
yes,
still
they
don't
give
understand
us
that.
some protection, but like it's not like they do like most of the job. Like the most of the job is us getting other people sick. If
Because
everyone
go ahead.
if everyone else wore a mask except me, and I was sick, they still would have very likely be sick. But let's say I was sick and I wore a mask and they didn't wear a mask, they'd be fine still because like they still be more or less okay maybe because I'm trying my best not to spread the coronavirus. That's
Because
mostly
that's what the mask does. The mask is
yes,
the people to stop spreading it, not for you to
yes,
stop getting it.
exactly, yes.
Because like a single mask alone is what it's only like you have a 40% chance of not getting the virus. So you can
Mhm.
still with the mask on. But let's say you're sick and the chances of you spreading it to someone else with a proper mask on is like 98% chance you won't spread it. Like
Mhm.
that's the point of everyone trying to get to wear a mask. And like they were a year later and people can't understand that or still complain about masks. Like, oh, I'm suffocating. Like when I hear that people say I'm suffocating under a mask, it's like, oh, give me a
I've seen
break. Like people with actual pulmonary problems don't struggle with the mask. Like, give me a
yeah,
break.
there's people who post videos like, oh yeah, I actually have breathing problems. They show their equipment and stuff, and they show a bunch of, and they show like their breathing rates as they're wearing the mask. Like, no, we're fine.
Yeah, because
So if we're fine,
it's
you
not,
should be fine too. It's true.
it's just complaining. It's just people love to complain about everything. And I
That's
mean,
true.
and it's just how everything in this country is politicized. And people think, oh, it's like when it comes to cancel culture, oh, it's left wing things that are really politicizing everything. It's like, no, everything gets politicized from both sides, obviously. But I feel like
Mhm.
mostly from the right side of politics, like they politicize everything. They're just like everything they have to be against. If somebody says something, like when the mask started, right away, oh, mask, we have to wear masks. What was the first thing? The right wing American politics said, oh no, let's not wear masks
Yeah.
right away. Like they're just contrarians, and it's
Look,
it's annoying.
I,
Like
I'm
it's just
I
this is not what needs to be done.
look for the longest time I don't believe in political parties. I hate the idea of political parties. They're the most idiotic thing ever. We're being real. All they do is divide the country even more. Like what side? Who says one side is more right than the other? Like there's some good points in both sides. Why can't we just obviously if let's say I'm Republican, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna like everything the Republican does. So am I fully Republican? Like it's dumb. But like people still like will defend everything Republican just because it's Republican, and people will defend everything Democrat because it's Democrat, not because it's even like anything good or bad.
And
So
it's crazy because there's two ways. Like this is a little bit off topic, but
yeah, it is.
that's the
Sorry.
way that's just the way American politics works. Like it's purposely a two-party system to keep the establishment in power because your voice never really gets heard. You never know what you actually want, especially because let's say on a Republican side, the Republicans fall in line. Right? We saw even in the past election, wasn't only like 5% of Trump voters actually switched their vote to Biden, like from 2016 to 2020. That's not a lot. You get me? Like Republicans stayed the same regardless. And on the other side, it's very split. Like you have centrists, like even Joe Biden. Joe Biden's a centrist. He's not a left wing. He's not a left wing guy. Or even Joe Manchin or these guys that they actually end up siding more with Republicans than Democrats, Republicans and left wing Democrats, but they don't really move. They don't really move anything because they're trying to. They prefer America itself is more right wing than it is left wing.
Yeah.
And that's what penetrates on anything left wing rise, like minimum wage increase, or Medicare for all, or free public college. Like that's how it seems like we're so far away just because our political spectrum makes it seem like it's far away, but in reality it's not. Like we just get rid of these political parties, like especially because we can. There's nowhere in our constitution, there's nothing about political parties. Like we can get these suckers out of here.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm done with my segment. That was one longer than expected, but I had to get. But yeah, let's get on to your segment because honestly, mine went on for a while, and I'm happy with what we talked about. Honestly, need to be said. I need to get that off my chest. Honestly. So, what do
I
you
want
have for us this week, Misa? What do you want? What have you been interesting, or what do you want to talk about this week?
This is our last. I mean, I would have kept talking about politics, or I say I could talk forever, but I mean, who wants to hear that? It's gonna get riled up. There's no point.
Same.
But for our last segment of the days, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk. I want to talk what everybody's second favorite topic is behind politics: religion.
Oh God. Oh God.
Yeah.
Let's see how this
What
goes.
what I just want to talk about is I just want to talk about how the Pope is in Iraq today. Well, he's in Iraq for this whole week. This is the first time the Pope has visited, not Pope Francis, but the Pope in general has visited Iraq, I think ever. The Pope has never been to Iraq. And I really like this Pope. If anything, this Pope has made me more religious. I don't want to get too far in my own personal experience of religion. But what I want to say is that this Pope is I like the fact that he's able to go into these war-torn countries or countries that have been in terror for so long and preach this peace, because I feel like at this point this is what these countries need. And especially because we've caused a lot of the terror. America itself caused a lot of bad things in these countries. And I just really like that he's able to spread. He's not a hypocrite like other popes that push this love and everything, but when it comes to let's go to these places, let's sit down with these leaders, let's move it, they wouldn't do it. And that's what I really like.
I honestly I kind of respect this Pope more than other popes, honestly. Like you said, it seems like he's doing more and actually trying to get out there more and try to speak to the world more than other popes. Other popes felt like they were more silent and would say one big thing.
They were kings. Like I felt like the other popes they thought they were royalty, and this Pope is more,
and sir, he wants to be in service of the people.
Because he's like, I'm God's representative on earth to Catholics. So it's like, but I'm gonna be like God. I'm not a king, because even Jesus and God will tell you we're not king. Oh, they are kings in religious terms. They're kings.
Yeah.
But like, it's not like where he spreads this message of, let's be kind to each other. Let's accept who we are. Like, we're at the end of the day, we're all humans. You get me? Like,
that's his big thing.
Most, it's just like, just love each other, man. Even that's what God tells us. God tells us there's 2 commandments that he loves the most. He's like, one, there's only one God and one God only. And 2, love your neighbor, man. Love each other, man.
Like, being religious or not, like, we can all agree we should all be kind to we should all agree we should all try to be good people to each other, try to make ourselves better, make each other better.
And even
religious, non-religious, who cares?
Your people who work at your stores, you be nice to everybody. You don't know what people are going through.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you gonna add on to other people's unhappiness? Because you're making other people unhappy. You're just making yourself unhappy too.
Hey, Misa, fuck you.
I love you.
Me too.
So yeah, just I think that's what really resonated this week with the Pope being in Baghdad. And technically it's the Holy Lands of Abraham. If you're religious nuts out there, you know who Abraham is. If you don't, well, look up Abraham. I just think that was a real message that I saw this week, is just, continue to be kind. I know I said it last week, but look, even there's real words that the Pope going out there and trying to get peace in these countries, because these people deserve peace. They've been they have generations of scars that are going to be there forever. They have several generations that are scarred for the rest of their lives.
Oh yeah,
in the next 100 years. But it has to start somewhere. And I'm just glad Pope can be there and be one guy to lead that charge, because obviously, what did Joe Biden say? Oh, we're gonna stop. We're looking for peace, and what he's doing? He's bombing these places up. Like, if nothing changed. So I'm glad the Pope.
Bomb Biden.
I'm glad the Pope is in these places trying to help these peace talks and stop these endless wars. And I'm just again, everybody love each other, man. We're all in this together. Well, if one of us succeeds, we all succeed.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. Well, I think that's a great message to end our podcast with, honestly. Want to again thank everyone for who watched the episode last week, and for everyone who watches this week, thank you very much. We appreciate your support. Please leave comments. We love we like the interaction, honestly. It gives us something to look at. Honestly, makes us more excited to make the podcast. We do try to make these when we can. We do want to make this weekly. We're trying to make it Mondays, but we do it when we can. Honestly, sometimes we're the busy people. We are busy people.
Mondays,
So,
sure. That's the target day. If it comes out on Tuesday, don't sue
yeah,
us.
it happens. Yeah, but no. But seriously, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you made it through the whole video, and if you just watch parts, thank you as well. You still gave our video a chance, and we appreciate that, honestly. So please, if you like the video, leave a like. Why not? If not, oh well. Thank you for watching. We appreciate
Give
it.
us a comment, and hey, if you want to message us personally, I mean, most of these people watching have us on social media.
Yeah, that's pretty true. Yeah.
So it's like, hey, you want to talk to us about something, or hey, you want to say, oh, I want to listen to this on the podcast, or leave a comment, message us, give us a text, send us a messenger pigeon, leave a smoke signal. Let us know. Thank you,
like
guys.
you said.
We love y'all. We'll see you guys next week.
Later, guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.